It's the final countdown. Next.
What is good, everybody? It is the 31st of August, and it is the final countdown. That was Phil and Dev on the intro. I'm your boy, Steve. It's August 31st. Like I said, we are calling this episode It's the Final Countdown. As you can see here on Command This, there is no instrument cost is too great here as we bring in the highest quality of sounds for you guys.
We spare no expense.
No expense. That's right.
Literally, we spare no expense.
This is episode 213 for us, though. So a lot has happened since the last time we podcasted. We had a preseason game. I went to the Bengals game. It was pretty cool. Didn't get to watch much of the game, but I went. We had a final 53 cut down, and then we are in our final week of preparations before everyone takes a neutral week off, and then football starts. So let's get right into it and get on with the show. So, ladies and gentlemen, topics for tonight. Let's go over the 53-man roster. So we came up with our initial 53 ourselves. We did our best prognostication, for whatever you want to call it. And what we want to do is go through and see exactly who did the best. I know there were some surprise cuts. There were some people who got cut and made it back on the roster. But for the most part, we'll just go down the list and see how everyone did. And then we'll tally it up at the end. And then please leave your predictions in the comment. How did you do based off your 53 if you did one versus what is reality? So I'm going to keep a tally and then we'll post it here at the end. But fellas, you ready to go? Ready to do this?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Now, here's my question. Do we get bonus points if someone we predicted that would make the 53 if they actually made it to just the practice squad?
No, this is 53. They have to be on the 53. So we'll make that as the ground rule. So, all right. Quarterbacks. I'm pretty sure. Did anyone have from making the roster? I don't think anyone did. So it's safe to say
Howell and Brissett.
We all had 2 for 2, right? Same with you, Dev. You had 2. Yeah. Okay. All right. Running backs.
Let's figure out that he's muted, and then
3 running backs.
Yeah, I had the same. Sorry.
Okay, 3 running backs for the final. Brian Robinson, Antonio Gibson, and Chris Rodriguez.
Mm-hmm.
Me personally, I had those 3, plus I had Jonathan Williams. I thought they were keeping 4 running backs. So I got 3 running backs.
I picked those 3 exactly. Brian Robinson Jr., Antonio Gibson, Chris Rodriguez Jr.
Fair. What about you, Dev?
Same.
Okay.
I had Armour in there too, but I don't know if you count that as running back or tight end.
Well, he made the 53, so I guess it really doesn't matter.
No,
when we get
he
to his
practice
name.
squad.
Okay, so it'll just work itself out.
That's my first miss because I thought he was going to make the 53 myself.
All right, sounds wrong. We both 2 of us were on Armour.
Wide
I had him
receivers,
as fullback.
I didn't have that.
I put him separately as a fullback.
Yeah, so you won. I had him. You're right so far. Then you're still on target.
Yeah, I mean, if you have someone that you said didn't, it'll all balance out at the end by position. Wide receivers, I had 6. They kept 7. Terry McLaurin, Dotson, Curtis Samuel, Dami Brown were givens.
I
Pringle,
actually
Jackson,
started out with the same 7. I'm not gonna lie. Then I cut them down to I took 2 off and put 6. I had Kaz making the team. I don't know why, because I for sure after the last preseason game was like, they're going to keep Milne. and they need to keep Michael Tinsley. That was going to be my sneak thing,
Mhm.
but I ended up mixing some other things up down the line, and I took him off of my final 53. So I missed out. I picked us having 6. McLaurin, Dotson, Samuel Brown, Pringle were my definites, and I went with Kaz over Milne and Tinsley. Stupid me. They did the right thing, by the way, but
Yeah.
I just didn't think they would.
So how many did you get, Dev, out of the 7?
5, I guess.
5.
The top the first 5 they have, I got those right.
All right, Phil. What about you?
I got 5. I actually had picked McLaurin, Dotson, Samuel, De'Ami Brown, and Mitchell Tinsley, and I only had the 5. I did also keep Kaz Allen, which I got wrong, but I had put him down as exclusively kick returner, punt returner.
That's fair.
So you had Pringle?
No.
See, I had
Pringle.
Pringle. I think Pringle's going to start if McLaurin doesn't play. I told everybody that.
Pringle and Milne. So I picked both of those. And if you have them somewhere else, it's fine. It will just go by these positions. It'll all balance stuff out.
Yeah, I'm just saying that for some reason I was like I knew they signed Pringle and everything, and he did some things last year, but you'll have receivers that'll make 40, 50 catches in a year. The next year they don't make a team.
Well, he got
hurt.
He got hurt, but the rest he got paid because he had a really good year with the Chiefs, or not the Chiefs maybe the Chiefs.
The Chiefs.
Then he got hurt. He went to the Bears and got hurt.
We all whiffed on Mitchell Tinsley there. We knew he had some promise.
Yeah, I felt like he was going to make the team, man.
Yo, you had him on your
I had him on mine.
Okay.
I felt like he was going to make the team.
Yeah. All right, moving on to tight ends. They kept 4. Thomas, Turner, Bates, and Hodges. Me personally, I got 3 of those.
So
I did not see them keeping Hodges.
Neither did I. How about you, Dev?
No, I have Logan Thomas, Cole Turner, and Bates. I did not have Hodges.
Right, so we all 3 had the same 3 tight ends.
We did. That was an easy category. So for offensive linemen, they kept 1. They kept Leno, Charles, Gates, Cosme, Wiley, Lucas, Scott, Paul, Stromberg, and Larson, who originally didn't make it but eventually made it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I had 11. So I got to go line by line.
So I'll tell you okay, which ones did you get?
Wiley, Lucas is good. Scott made it. Daniels, I had Daniels making it. He did not. Charles, Cosme, Paul, good. Gates.
Well, Daniels got put on like pup or something, didn't he?
So Daniels was the one who I said was going to make it, but didn't. So
okay, I missed 2 because I didn't see Scott making it. I actually had. So I broke it down tackle, guard, center. And so I had tackle Leno, Wiley, Cornelius Lucas, and I picked Aaron Montero as my dark horse.
Okay.
As a 4th tackle. And he got cut outright. Guard, I had Cosme, Paul, Sadiq Charles, and Noah Lautenberg, who was put on the practice squad.
Okay.
And then I also had Gates, Stromberg, and Larson. So I got Larson back. The one that I'm looking at the list here. So basically, I missed on Trent Scott completely, and Lautenberg I did pick, but he went to the practice squad. So
okay. So out of 10, how many did you get?
8.
8.
No. 9. Wait. No. God, I can't count.
Yeah, it's hard to
9. I got 9.
What about you, Dev?
See, Leno, Lucas, Gates, Cosme, Wiley, Cornelius Lucas.
Yep.
I did not have Trent Scott.
Okay.
And I did not have Tyler Larson, who technically did not make the team, but did. So I had Brooks. So I had all but one of those. I did not have. 8. I guess I missed my one. I had Brooks and didn't keep Scott.
Okay, so I had 10, but I was missing over 1. So that'll catch me up later. Dev had 8 and Phil had 9. Okay, let's move on to defensive linemen. So defensive linemen, they kept 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 defensive linemen. And I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
So Bada still count?
9, 10. I had 10 as well. I mean, I guess. Why wouldn't he?
Because he went to IR. He didn't.
Oh, he did go to IR.
That's
Yeah,
how
but
they
I think
kept Larson, right?
it counts as a roster spot though.
But I thought that's how they kept Larson.
Larson
No.
got signed.
No, he got cut.
Larson replaced Phil
Mathis.
Darian
Mathis. But Darian's only on the 4-day or the 6, whatever it is. IR.
We're doing the 53-man for week 1.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just all right.
So I botched this one a little bit.
I actually got it all right.
No, because I had Mathis making it. I didn't realize they were going to put him on IR.
Well, Mathis
So-
did make it. I'm saying he did make it.
but he doesn't
Yeah, but
count
he's
on the
not-
53-man
he's not
roster
on the
right now.
But he
No.
made the team on the first day cuts, and then the next day they put him on IR today. The team was
So,
already
no,
set. They
he's
brought
not gonna
that's
be on
when
the
they
week
brought Larson
153.
back.
He's not going to be on the week 153.
All right,
Yeah.
that's what it is.
So where I botched is I had Mathis. I also only had them keeping 9 to begin
Okay.
with. So with Mathis, that's now 8.
All right.
My dumbass forgot about
I think
F.A. Obata.
Mathis should count. You can't count injury cuts, right?
I'm just going off what is technically on the 53 as it stands right now. So
Yeah.
we got to count.
That's the only one I missed in. I mean, I count. I had everybody right on this.
No, because
Um,
here's the thing. I did not have KJ Henry, and I
did.
did not have F.A. Obata.
I had
I didn't
Obata,
have
Henry, and Jones.
And I
Mine.
thought Obata, the thing was, I figured that because as good as he is, and because this is a pretty deep set lineup, that they would go with youth and then let Obata go catch on somewhere else.
So Dev, you got 10 out of 10?
I got out. Well, I mean, I had Mathis, but we're not counting them. Then that's the only one I missed. I had every one of those at Mathis.
Of the people
But-
who are on the screen now, though.
Yeah, I had
you
every
have
one of
all.
those though.
I have 8.
I just have an
Yeah.
extra one.
That's all right. It'll catch you up later at a different position because that's another position you're not going to fill later.
Right.
So you had 10 out of 10. I had 9. Phil had
I had 8. Yeah, I had 8 out of 9.
linebackers. I think I had 4. They kept Jamin Davis, Cody Barton, Kaliki Hudson, and David Mayo.
Yeah, I got that right.
I had 5.
I also had 5. I had Milo Eifler.
I have
That's my
just 4.
fifth.
Milo. It's Milo.
Milo. You know what? At the game, I heard the announcer say Milo, and I thought I was tripping, but that's when I learned his name was Milo.
Yeah, they actually talked about that on the broadcast.
All right. Dev, how did you do on linebackers?
I got them all. I got
All right.
4 out of 4.
Phil? You get all 4, Phil?
I got all those 4, yeah.
Okay, fair. So we all got 4 out of 4. I have an
You had
extra
4. You didn't have 5.
I had 5, but I had Eifler.
you got all
That's just
4?
it's another position I'm going to get wrong later.
I got 4.
Yeah.
I only guessed
Kendall-
4.
Kendall Fuller, or excuse me, for DBs, they had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They kept 10. They kept, for the audio crowd, Fuller, Forbes, St. Juice, Curl, Forrest, Danny Johnson, Holmes, Martin, Butler, and Reeves.
I got that 10-10. 10 all 10.
I had originally picked him to keep 9, and I also missed one of them, so that's 8. I thought Tariq Castro Fields was going to find a way on the 53. Now he's on the practice squad, but he's not on the 53.
Yeah.
I also did not have Danny Johnson making the team.
I thought he was on the IR already because he tore his rotator. So I didn't even count him. I would have, but I thought he wasn't even going to be eligible because maybe his injury isn't as bad as we thought or that they made out to be.
Trying to see who else here is on. So they got 10.
I got them all. I got them right down the line.
Yeah, I got 9. Like I said, I would have picked
Forrest,
Johnson.
Juice, Martin,
Cam Curl.
Christian
Johnson,
Holmes was a nice
Holmes.
surprise to make it.
I
I
got
had
him.
Christian
I
Holmes
got Christian
making
Holmes.
it.
Same here. I picked Holmes.
Forrest
I'm
Butler,
trying to
Curl
see who
Reeves.
did I
Yeah.
miss. Oh, I don't know. Because they
I
have
didn't
10.
I didn't get
I
an
had
extra
9.
one
I
or
missed
less. I got every
8.
one of them.
Just trying to see. Danny Johnson's 9.
You had Castro Fields on yours too, Phil, I think.
Yeah, so I'm wondering who else did I miss here? Because I got Percy Butler, Jeremy Reeves, Derek Forrest, Cam Curl.
Johnson, Holmes.
I did not have Johnson.
So I had Johnson.
Oh, you know what? I'm sorry. I did have 10. I'm sorry. This stupid font thing here screwed up. So I had 6 corners and 4 safeties, and they
Okay.
so
Yeah,
okay.
did you get all 10?
Yeah, I got all 10 of 10.
I got 9 of 10.
All right. Moving on to special teams.
Yeah, we all got those right.
We all got
nailed
these.
those.
Damn, I really only fucked up on like the offensive line and receiver. I had Kaz.
So I'm gonna do a quick tally here.
I got Armor wrong, Kaz wrong, and I didn't add another. They had one more running back and one more tight end, and one less lineman. I got pretty close. I nailed all the defense. The entire defense I got right. Amount of people and everything. I didn't miss one guy on deep. Well,
I had
we're not counting
47
Mathis.
right.
We're not counting Mathis. So that's where the
You
only
had
one I messed up.
47, Phil.
Yeah. By my count.
Let me see. Dev 5, 10, 15, 20, 30.
We should have rolled them out beside it.
I know. Dev, I have you at 45 and I have me at 45.
I got Hal Brissett. I got Hal Brissett, Robinson, Gibson, Rodriguez, and Arma, which was wrong. Arma was wrong. Then I got McLaurin, Dotson, Samuel Brown, Pringle, and I had Kaz instead of Milne and Tinsley. I had Thomas, Turner, and Bates. I did not have Dylan or whoever the other guy that made it. Hodges, yeah. I did not have Hodges. Then I had lineman. I had Leno, Lucas, Charles, Paul, Gates, Stromberg, Cosme. I had Daniels, Brooks, and Wiley. I did not have Larson, and I had Brooks.
Okay, so I'm at 46. I recounted.
I had Sweatobata, Tuhill, Young, Smith, Williams, Henry, Jones, Allen Payne, Mathis Ridgeway. Mathis is the one that's not on there. Then,
I'm not gonna lie though, I didn't want to put Casey Tuhill on there. I'm not a Casey Tuhill fan.
Shit, I am. I like Casey Tuhill. You tripping? He played good last year. He was like a starter out there. Casey Tuhill played good, man. Played good. He just ain't a super athlete, man. He's just unnoticeable. He does a solid job. He don't fuck up. He don't make splash plays, but he don't fuck up.
He don't show up a lot either. That's my problem.
Man, I don't know, man. I don't think he's a liability ever though. Like he reminds me of what's the big dude you have in there? Ioannidis. Kind of like how he was just like, he wasn't never really like the name you heard yelled, but he never was named you yelled at either, kind of like a.
Like Dev, I was wrong. Dev, you had 48.
Yeah, I got most of it right, man.
Yeah. I think I Deb with 48, Phil with 47, and me with 46.
I looked in our chat for the podcasters chat, man, and I was like, I about nailed it, man. I just thought that the fullback would make the team, and I don't know why I didn't pick Tinsley on there when I knew he was gonna make the team. I think I just didn't. I wanted Kaz to make it, and that's the only way I've seen it possible.
Yep, I'm at 46, so 46, 47, 48. Dev got 48, Phil got 47, and I got 46.
The champ is here.
There we go.
Now I have no one. Yeah. Now who am I going to blame whenever I get mad at somebody that they kept? I'll be like, Ron should have kept this dude. Like, you guess the same thing Ron did. Like, damn.
No, you did good. So the final.
Ron needs to let me draft the second round picks for him, man.
And the final stats, I got 46, Deb with 48, and Phil with 47. So there's your tally for the final 53. And so now that the rosters are set, everyone's rosters are set around the league. Let's go back and let's relook at the schedule for this year. That's what I wanted to do is take a look and see. We made our roster predictions our record predictions a long time ago. And I think we all were pretty close with where we were going to be, but
no, we weren't.
Well, I think I was in the middle.
One of us is a little more optimistic than the rest.
But that being said, let's go down and retally where we think the 53-man roster might be. Excuse me, the where we think the schedule might be now that the rosters are set. So let's just go down the line real quick, and we'll do another quick tally again, for all three of us. All right, week 1. Winner
Now,
loss.
hold up. I remember everybody's prediction, by the way.
Yeah, so let's start.
Mine.
I want to say I was 9-8.
Mm-hmm.
I said 7 wins. I think.
Deb was 7-10. Phil, I think you were. Were you
I was
11-6?
11-6.
Oh
Okay,
yeah,
that's
yeah. I can't
All right.
wait to rub this.
So that's the baseline. Me for 9-8, Deb for 7-10, Phil for 11-6.
The wonderful thing about this is, if Phil wins, we all win either way it goes. We'll be all happy that we won that many games. And if we're right, we're gonna laugh at Phil for thinking, how the fuck did you think we was going to win 11 games?
Yeah, so everyone wins.
Yeah,
No one's wrong.
no one's wrong.
You guys are assholes, man.
I hope we are assholes. I hope we're absolutely wrong. I hope we're incorrect assholes.
Yes.
Yeah.
It would be nice.
All right, so let's take a look at the schedule.
All right.
How
Week
about
1.
the one that's the furthest away has to lose a bet of some kind?
I'm not stripping on this damn channel.
You did on Facebook, right?
Yeah, we are seeing
already
it
did
on
on Facebook.
we are seeing it on
All right.
OnlyFans.
Week 1. You guys got a win or loss?
Win.
Win.
For sure. For shizzle.
I want a bloodbath. I said,
Man, I don't like doing it like this, man, because I'm gonna pick win, even though I assume we're gonna end up with 7 wins. Either way it goes, I don't care if
No.
this works out. I'm gonna say 7 wins.
Okay, so the roster
You gotta
selections
find
have
them
not
7 wins.
changed. Your
No,
predictions?
not at all, man. These are the people I expect to make the roster before camp started. There's no surprises besides Tinsley. And if Tinsley is starting receiver one week, then we're probably gonna lose a bunch of games. So I hope he never even sees the fucking field. Honestly. So I'm just saying that,
Play
7
along,
wins.
Dev.
It didn't
Play
change
Dev.
my view at all.
Dev,
Like,
play
it
along.
doesn't change my
Just
view.
go through the motions and let's see where you stand.
Because
All right.
maybe after looking at who we're playing,
You might change your mind, sir.
Man, I mean, some guys could get hurt on other teams along the way, and all this could happen. I'm talking about
guys have
right
gotten
now.
hurt on other teams
That's true.
already.
Not anybody, I don't think significant though that will play.
Well, let's find out. Steve,
All right.
so I want a bloodbath week 1. I was going to say that.
Same
I mean,
here.
I want
Like-
like 41-3. Like
We're gonna have a packed house week 1. The game's almost completely sold out, by the way. When was the last time that ever happened? I could
like a legitimate
week
our
16 in
fans sold
2012.
it out.
But there was a lot of Cowboys fans there. I was there when we were going for the division, and RG3 we beat Tony Romo and the Cowboys. But I don't know.
I just watched that game the other day, by the way.
You watch Romo's pick at the end.
Oh, God.
Oh
Loved it.
man, that was such a good game. Such a good game. That was when we were screaming RG3's name in the rafters afterwards. RG3, RG3.
Oh, what could have been? But
okay.
anyway,
Week 2, going up against Russell Wilson and the Broncos.
Russ.
the Broncos are drilled with injuries right now.
They lost all of their wide receivers. Jerry
I
Judy's
got
the
it.
only wide receiver left on the roster.
And
I think.
he's
I got us
hurt.
beating-
He is
I got us
hurt.
beating
So-
them, even if all them dudes played. I got them
and Tim
beating us.
Patrick tore
I
his
mean, us
tore his
beating
knee
them.
up. You got us winning that, Nev?
Yeah, I had us winning that game, no matter
I
if
have
them dudes
not-
were hurt or not.
I have not bought into the Broncos hype.
I
I've
think
never
Russ is
thought
washed,
Sean
bro.
Payton was such a genius coach. And I know that's everybody thinks I'm just spitting some kind of random hot take. I've never been a Sean Payton guy.
You think Breeze made him who he was?
I think Breeze made him. I think it's a case of.
But you hate
I
Breeze?
think it's a case of 2 above averages combining to make really good.
That's
I
fair.
think Breeze is a little overhyped too, but that's also because I hate that whole thing where they stop the game. So I always hold that against him.
Yeah, that's fair.
Him and his 10,000 kids can all stay retired. Y'all thought I was going to say something really nasty, and I'm not, because I'm not going to say that about people's kids.
All right.
But
Week 3, Buffalo at home.
whew,
Lost.
I got a loss coming. I don't see
I
a way
think
we
we'll
win
surprise
this.
people, though. I think we will surprise people. I don't think
But is
we'll
it a win
win,
or
but
loss?
we will surprise people.
You got a
You know
win
what I
or a
mean?
loss?
Well, I said we'll lose, but we'll surprise people.
All right. No more victories here in this drill, Phil.
Right.
No, but I'm just that's a bonus prediction. Gave
All right,
that to y'all
week
for fun.
4
You know,
Week
when
4.
September 24th comes, I was winning that game, though. I don't know what.
in Philadelphia, week 4.
That's a loss.
Chris Philly.
In
I got it as a
Philly.
loss too.
Loss.
All right, fair. Week 5, Chicago at home.
I got
Win.
I got to win.
Not buying any hype on Chicago.
Nope. Week 6 in Atlanta. We all suspect that Taylor Heineke will be starting by then.
I have also, by the way, newsflash, I have also reserved that day off of work to go to that game.
What?
I have not bought the tickets yet, only because there's a chance that Shim might go on Smike. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to like
Read between the
dedicate
lines.
hundreds of dollars to tickets and hotels when some other stuff might be going on.
When will
But I
you
did
know?
do the vacation day in for that day.
I'm not.
Oh, I'll know when we might be going for the picket line on probably around the second week of September, between the 7th and 11th, when the contract ends. So
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. All right. I'm just going to say this now. Rio ref the district. See, this is proof the Dev don't like y'all. He won't come to our game at home, but he'll go to see us play the Falcons in Atlanta.
Well, Falcons are Atlanta's like 4 hours away, number one, and I got family in Atlanta, so Atlanta would make sense.
I just want to get you in trouble. That's all,
I know.
because you're the most liked person on this podcast.
I am not the most liked. I'm the most hated person. Steve would be the most liked person.
No, Steve's a nice.
Steve is a teddy bear. I'm more like just Ted. You know what I'm saying? Like no one likes me at all.
Oh man.
Everybody likes the muscle hamster over there, man.
Muscle?
Yeah.
Trent
the
Phoenix.
love muscle,
Trent Phoenix over there?
the husky love muscle over there. Hey, check out huskylovemuscle.com on Pornhub. Husky love muscle on Pornhub. This is him. Go on our addicts page, you'll see him scripting. That's his day job. Stripping to get that master's degree.
No, what do you think? How do you think I'm paying for school?
Right.
Inflation's a bitch.
That's right.
Speaking of inflation.
Balls.
Everywhere.
Balls.
All right, Atlanta. I got us as a win.
That's a win.
Unless Heineke plays, then oh,
Then we're gonna get
no. Then what's gonna happen is Chase
is gonna tear him up.
and Montez are gonna high-low him, and he's going to literally split in half right on the field.
That's so. If Heineke is playing by it, it's gonna go two ways. It's not gonna. It's either gonna be we're gonna destroy him, or it's gonna be Moxie time. And he's gonna be skeeting his Moxie all over the field like he does.
Hopefully Heineke ain't playing that
He will
game.
feed his Moxie right into the hands of Emmanuel Forbes for a pick 6.
All right, Dev, win or loss?
Atlanta,
Atlanta,
win.
Phil,
Unless Heineke plays.
Win.
All right, week 7, back in New York. Ooh, I'm gonna think about this one. So week 7, October 22nd.
Win.
in
We
New
win
York
in
at
that
1
game, bro.
o'clock.
Win.
Yeah, we win in that game. That thing's over with, man.
Yeah, I got us as a win too.
I
29th.
Buy the
Win.
New York Giants hype either.
Win.
Philly
Can someone
at
tell me
home.
why people think the
Win.
Giants
We
are gonna
splitting the
make it this
Eagles,
year?
man. Win.
Because Brian Daboll is a really good coach. He can make mountains out of nothing. That's why.
No,
If
they
you
just
have
got our
Daboll-
number, man. That's just what it is. It's like one of those things. So every division, like Minnesota always beats
Daniel
Green
Jones
Bay.
has our number. Daniel Jones is 5-1.
Jacksonville
up here.
always beats Indiana
back up
and
here.
Jacksonville.
5-1-1.
Why are we constantly picked to be like 6 games below them record?
No, I got us winning. You tripping?
No.
No.
We
I'm
beat
talking
the- we
about-
beat the Giants.
I want an explanation of this. All right, last year we played them close in 2 games. We tied 1, we lost 1, and the one we lost, we should have won or tied.
Yeah.
We should have tied the one we should have won,
And when we tied, we should have won. Now
but we didn't.
we
And it's
didn't.
like that every year.
Well, yeah,
It's
but
like
the
we're
one
better
we,
than them every
one
year
we
and lose to
lost, when we lost, we really did get screwed on.
Man,
they took a
every
touchdown
time we
away.
lose to them, we're better than them and lose to them.
But here's the
But,
thing: why are they now predicted to take this massive leap forward?
I don't know if they're predicted to take a massive leap
They're
forward. I think
predicted to be a 10-win team this year,
they're
and we're
they don't
predicted
have a
to be
big roster.
6.5.
Because of the quarterback. I'm telling you, it's all because of the unknown factor at quarterback.
Daniel Jones only plays well against us, and it won't happen this year. Win.
When it is.
There's nothing about this team that screams they're going to be a dark, playoff lock, and they're going to be a dark horse to make some noise in the playoffs. The Giants, nah,
Yeah.
son.
I mean, Daniel Jones will get his 70 yards rushing against this. I will admit
Nope.
that. But that's it. He does it
Nope.
every game. Every game.
Nope, not this year.
Then they picked up Darren Waller, the guy who's always injured, coming over from Vegas, tight end. I don't see what they've done to improve their roster, but their fans are saying they're all up in the air about their roster. I don't see it.
They lost Thibodeau.
I don't see it.
They lost Thibodeau,
They lost Thibodeau?
didn't they? Who did? No. I'm
No.
sorry.
Nah,
The other defensive lineman,
Those
not
solid.
Thibodeau. I can't think of his name. Anyway,
I got us winning the Giants game though.
Dexter Lawrence? No, I can't remember.
Nah, Dexter Lawrence is on the Cowboys anyway.
There we go. All right. Week 9, New England in New England.
Yep, that's a win.
That's a
hold
win.
up. I didn't tell you we're beating.
We didn't get the
Eagles.
Eagles.
Oh, sorry. That's week 9.
Yeah.
No, that's week 8.
Yeah, we didn't do the Eagles.
Week 8, Eagles at home.
That's a win.
We're beating
That's a
the
win.
Eagles.
All right. We're all
Which,
on
by
board.
the way, I now have us at with this. I have us at 6-2 people.
Yeah, 6.
We are all at the exact same records right now. Yikes. All right. Week 9.
Wait, do you have us beating the Giants?
I have
Yeah.
us beating the Giants, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think it's going to be easy, but I think we'll beat them.
I might have us winning more games now that I do it like this. I ain't gonna lie.
Okay, week 9, New England at New England.
Win.
That's a win.
That's a win.
They're like Arizona, man. They just
Right.
they basically tanking for
That
Caleb.
team. That's a team that's slowly
They got one quarterback.
backsliding to the end of Bill Belichick's career.
Week 10, Seattle
Win.
425. I got it as a loss.
I'm taking the
That's
win.
me.
In Seattle,
That's a long week too.
7-2 going in. We're gonna lose.
All right.
That's a win.
Yep. As a
No,
loss.
I
All
have
right.
that as a loss.
It's
just
okay.
because
That's okay.
we played like ass in Seattle.
I'm going with a
All
win.
right. Week 11, November
Win.
19th, 1 p.m. Giants at home.
Win. We
Win.
sweeping the Giants, bro. This year we
I
sweeping.
have it as a loss just
We sweeping them this year.
because. I think
I
it's
told
not
you
gonna
we
work
going
out.
through them. I have us winning a bunch of games, man. Damn it.
November 23rd, the week of Thanksgiving. Is this a Thanksgiving game? I can't remember.
Yes.
Yeah.
4:30 p.m. So this is considered technically.
No, the Giants
national
game's Thanksgiving
television.
game, ain't it?
Nope. No. Look at them dates, buddy. 4 days. That's a Thursday night game, and
I
it's the
didn't think we
23rd of
played the
November.
Cowboys on Thanksgiving. It seemed like I would have heard about that. Like that would have been a
Well-
thing we already talked about.
Nope, that's Thanksgiving. Showing up November
Damn it, the
23rd.
hell,
is
what we been doing,
Thanksgiving.
man? I smoke a lot of drugs, allegedly.
Smoke weed every day.
Every night too.
Okay. Cowboys, Thanksgiving, 4:30 p.m., week 12 in Dallas. What are we thinking, fellas? Win by Phil. Dev, I'm going to say loss. I got us taking 3 L's in a row.
Nah, I gotta,
Rough streak.
man, shit. I gotta win. I gotta win right here.
Okay.
I'm way over.
And by the way, I have
what
no
said
idea what
win.
my record is right now. I'm just taking these individually and just to see what happens. Okay. Week 13, December 3rd, back home. That's a long rest. That's a 7,
Bro.
10, 11 day rest.
Fuck, man.
1 p.m. We got the Dolphins and Tua coming to town.
10-day rest at home around 10, 11-day rest.
I have us
Fuck, man.
being off the field too long. Loss.
I want
I
to
also
rescind. I
have it
want
as
to
a loss.
rescind. I want to rescind. I want to rescind November's.
Dallas?
I want to say Dallas. We're going to lose that game. We're going to win December's. That's like 10 days of rest. The one between November and 19th and 23rd is short week.
Okay.
That might
So
be a
you're-
loss.
yeah,
We're going to have a long week at home.
I feel like we're going to spoil Thanksgiving for Dallas
I don't know, man.
again.
I hope so.
I think we get the. I don't want to skip ahead, but I think we lose this one. Go ahead and put me down for a loss
Okay.
the first game with Dallas.
So
Not because I think
Thanksgiving
we'll lose, but because I just what's the odds?
week
they
12
put-
loss. Okay. So Miami, you have us winning December
Yeah,
3rd.
Miami win.
right.
Dallas loss.
Loss, win, loss. That's how it's going. So week 14, we got a bye week, so it doesn't count. Week 15.
No, you missed that. You missed
No, we did Miami at home.
Oh,
week
okay.
14.
I'm sorry. It was
We have a
sorry.
bye week, week 14. So our bye week is late in the season, which is good because you
Good,
have
yeah.
injuries and stuff. So week 15, we have the Rams in
Win.
LA.
Win.
I also have that as a win. They're not a good team this year.
Win.
Not at the Rams. Oh, just
Struggling. All right. You got a win, Phil?
Mm-hmm.
All right. 3 dubs across the board. Week 16, we have the Jets in New York.
That's gonna
The
be
Jets have been
flexed.
getting all the hype from, and this is on Christmas Eve. We have 1 week from the
That's gonna be a
traveling.
primetime game. That's gonna be flex because we will be good at that point. I feel like now that I looked at how we're playing, fuck man, I'm about to change my record. Yes,
I got it as a win.
I mean,
I
Jets.
think we can beat the Jets. They are really good, really good. You know what? Whoa. Talk about. Let me talk about something. They had a great defense last year, and they still won 8 or 9 games with Zach Wilson and Joe Flacco.
I see that. I see it because I think the Jets are going to be really they're going to be in a dogfight in the AFC East. They're going to be motivated.
I don't
will
feel
give
that.
them the
I don't
edge.
feel that way. My fucking Bills. Miami, but I feel like their offensive line is not going to make them as good as everybody thinks they are. I think their offensive line is just as bad as ours, if not worse.
I'm going loss. Phil's going win.
No, I'm going loss.
You're
I'm
going
going loss at the Jets.
I'm going loss too.
By the way, I'm going to change one of mine.
All right, go ahead. Which one?
I want you to change that game at the Giants to a loss. We'll
Week
find
11,
a way.
in New York.
Week 7.
Week 7. Okay. All right, fair. Got it. All right, week 17, we are back home versus San Francisco, December 31st, New Year's Eve, 1 p.m. I got a W. I think San Francisco's quarterback situation is too. I don't believe in Brock Purdy whatsoever. San Francisco is a great team. I know it, but
I believe in Kyle Shanahan in the regular season.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
fair.
going. I'm late in the regular season too. I'm going San Fran. They always on top notch around that time of year, man. That's San Fran time.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go. It seems like we always play them real good too. At the end of we always play them at the end of the year, and always play them real good. And they squeak by like last year.
And they find ways to win at the end of the season. They
That's what I'm
always
saying.
do.
Like it's not going to matter who their quarterback is. We'll probably see Sam Darnold by then, man.
Yeah, by that time in the season, we should know who they should have the quarterback situation settled.
It ain't Trey Lance.
We know that. I mean, I'm gonna tell you what I think it's going to be by the end of the year.
It's be Sam Darnold.
No, it's going to be Kirk Cousins.
You think they're going to trade him?
They're going to make the trade, man.
Kirk's a free agent. Off season.
Kurt's a free agent, man. He already knows the offense. You ain't got to wait.
I agree. I just don't know if they do it mid-season. I mean, it would they could do a sign and trade, or
they could just
Minnesota has to be in a state of total collapse for that to happen.
And it could happen.
Yeah, but you put Justin Jefferson. Well, they don't lost Dalvin Cook, so right. TJ Hawkinson, Justin Jefferson,
lost some defensive players.
They have another receiver. I forget his name.
And the fact is, I don't think they're just going to pay him. I think they're giving money to everybody else. I think they're just not going to pay him, man. Right. I think that's what it's going to come down to. And you can get something out of it. Sanford don't mind using picks, and they could dangle Purdy out there, who would be a pretty good.
Look what they gave him for Trey Lance, man.
Right.
Terrible. All right, week 18. It's a flex game. The time is to be determined. It's versus Dallas at home.
That's the one I got was winning.
Let's see. I got to go back. We played.
We
Dallas
always beat them late in years too. Late in the
12.
season, we usually get them dudes.
Yeah, I got us taking an L at home or at away originally versus Dallas. So I think we'll split.
Yep, that's how I feel.
So Dev, you got to win. What about you, Phil? What are you feeling?
Give me 1 second here.
I think I talked us into like 9-10 wins, man. Damn it. There's no way that happens, right?
Dev, let's tally up. 1, 2, 3.
Win.
So Phil's got to win. All right, let me add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9. All right, Dev, adding yours up now. Fair wins. 1, 2, 3, 4.
All right, I'm way over 7. I seen it.
All right, new standings. Listen. I
No,
went
man.
from 9-8 to 10-7. Dev went from 7-10 to 12-5.
I did. Yeah, I told you. I knew it was gonna happen, man. I'm gonna start talking myself, and then we're
And
gonna
Phil
be good.
went from 11-6 to 9-7.
No, 10 and
I'm
7.
sorry, 10-7. Sorry, I can't even read my own writing.
And I was debating, and
I
I'll
still
tell
say
you what,
7 wins. I
I'm
don't know how I'm gonna
debating.
get to. I don't know how I'm gonna be right both. I'm gonna be right on both of them somehow. I don't know how, but
Here's the thing. I was going to stick with 11-6, but I'm looking at this thing. I'm like, there's no way we go 5-1 in the NFC East.
I mean, Dev, you have us winning every game between weeks 5 and 11. That's what did it for you.
I know.
The Bears.
I felt the roll I was going on. But that's like when I guessed this thing, I didn't realize that New England would be just a shit show.
That's what I'm saying. That's why we did it again based on the rosters. New England cut all their quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Except Mac Jones.
Except for the one that played bad last year.
The Cardinals literally
they kept the one that played bad last year, you know what I'm saying, which is crazy. But I guess.
Yeah, so new record predictions: 10-7 for me, 12-5 for Dev, and 10-7 for Phil.
Nah, I'm still gonna say 7.
I went
don't
up.
give a shit what I said during the course of this podcast.
So Dev's dying on the 7-10 hill just because.
We're going 7-10, man. I don't know how I feel good. I feel like it feels like when we went on that streak last year, like that's gonna be us. But I don't know. It's a lot. Yeah. I wish we could wait till after we play Sunday, next Sunday, to just kind of gauge what we look like.
I went up one game, Phil went down one game, Dev went up 5.
That's because I just said we'll find a way to lose to the Giants in New York.
Although
in my heart, I feel like we're going to beat them. But I'm like, does that mean we're going to go 5-1 in the division?
Yeah,
maybe we're gonna split with 2 of them.
That's where I was going with, but I have a sweep in Dallas because the Dallas games are positioned in a way that kind of favors us if we're playing well, because we tend to play them pretty tough on Thanksgiving, win or loss.
Yeah, we've been really good on Thanksgiving as of late. So,
and at the same time, that game at the end of the season, that's at home.
Yep.
You imagine if we're in a 9-10 win position going into that game?
Dude, that'd be sick.
Dallas is not going to be representing like they usually do in our stadium.
Right.
Man, I think that. But I think Dallas low key, man. I think Dallas will be the team to beat in the division.
I agree.
I think low key. I think if you look at who got marketably better and they were already a game. They only lost the division by a game and a half, only because
they came on late at the end. That's true.
Yeah, so it came down to the last week, and they're the only one I've seen that actually improved. Like I think the Eagles either stayed the same or got worse. They got rid of like 4 defensive starters. They replaced them with 5 picks, but they haven't played. They're still missing DBs that were there last year that started with the Pro Bowls and that got replaced by younger guys, but they haven't played. Like if this was the University of Georgia in college football, I'd be like, hell yeah, but they haven't played. How many guys have we seen come in and out of college be really high picks and maybe just be okay? They're replacing guys that were Pro Bowlers, man. They weren't replacing just like starters. They were replacing some guys.
Yeah. You know here's my question:
the Green Goblin, he's gone. They can't. That's hard to replace.
Why do you say Dallas has demonstratively improved?
I think that because they now have 2 All-Pro cornerbacks. I think they got some linebacker depth. They got another safety. They got another safety. They got Cooks at a 3rd receiver.
I mean, Philadelphia drafted that guy, Keely Ringo.
Right. Yeah, but I'm saying those guys haven't played. I'm talking about Dallas guys can play.
I want someone to explain to Brandon Cooksmith to me.
Brandon Cooks is dope, man. Brandon Cooks like 85, 90 catches a year.
He's like 85 years old, I feel like.
Nah, man, he's a better number 3 receiver than anybody else.
Why is Brandon Cooks so expendable then?
Man, he played for a pretty good time in Texas, but he wanted to leave because he's not winning there. You get him as a 3rd receiver. That's not 3 cornerbacks on any team that can guard that guy, dog. You know what I'm saying? That's not a 3rd cornerback on any team. Like we can do it, but I'm saying overall though, Like, there's not a lot of people that have. And what's the chances is that St. Juice
Brandon
is
Cooks
healthy?
is also
Is
good
healthy.
this
What's the
year.
chances St. Juice is healthy at that time of year, man? He's never healthy at that time of year. Hasn't been yet. Not once. You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to tell you, man. That shit matters, bro.
You can't
That shit
talk
matters.
about that.
Fuller ain't
still-
practiced all this since July, and nobody even knows what's up with him.
I still think it's the Eagles. Eagles
I
to
don't,
lose
man.
now.
I think it could be. I hope. I'd rather the Eagles than the Cowboys. Trust me. But
If
mean,
we sweep
I'm
the
not
Giants
sure. I'm not
and the
sure
Cowboys,
if huh?
if we sweep the Giants and the Cowboys, it could be us and the Eagles.
Right. I mean, somebody always goes from last to first every year. Why not? I feel like we have a better chance of going from last to first than anyone. That's last place in the division. Honestly,
That's why Dev has us winning 12 games.
yeah. I mean, if it can happen, that's an optimistic view. But realistically, Ron's had 3 winning seasons in his 12, 13-year coaching career. Man, what's the chances?
Right.
Well,
It's
none of them have been with us.
Statistically,
no. He's
Yeah.
due.
Yeah,
He is due.
All
right.
somebody
Let's move on
goes
to the
somebody
next
goes
topic
from
here.
from least to beast every year, man. Why not us, bro? Why not Washington?
Why not?
I mean,
Washington? Just like
there's
what EB said.
there's some people out there in media land, Mark Tyler, who would probably not mind seeing us just completely tank to get Ron fired. But I don't know. I just got this feeling
I think
that
Ron gets his
all
5
coming
years.
together.
Regardless. If that's what this, even if we're not good, that's how we missed the playoffs, right? If we are picking early enough to where we could get a quarterback, but we don't because we have Hal, and it's not even a discussion about it, then I'd say you got to give at least Ron his contract year that he signed for, right? But let's say if we're like picking in the top 10 and we're like, we gotta get a quarterback no matter what, then you gotta get rid of Ron. That's how I feel about it. Like, I'm not, if he wins 10, 12, 15 games, maybe extend him. But I think he at least gets his 5th year if Hal is not expendable. If Hal's not replaced next year, I think Ron.
If he proves to be that he could be a starter.
Yeah, and that's my thing. That's the only thing I'm really looking for. If I can go into next offseason and say, hey, first round, even if we are picking early as fuck, we ain't picking a quarterback. If we can go into that way, I'm like, that's a cool year. But if we go in the first year and we're like, man, we need to trade up 2 more times, get, Caleb, we need to, grab the kid out of North Carolina. If we need to do that, then I'm like, man, then you got to fire Ron.
Deb, I'm going to be honest with you. I still don't have the same mentality of a quarterback dictates to head coaches.
Got to, man. He's been there 4 years, man. He gave us Wentz, Kirkpatrick, and Heineke.
It would be four consecutive.
Heineke was not by choice.
Man, he was by choice. He was there for 2 of his contract years. He could have cut him a long time ago, man. He could have not ran with him.
He always brought someone else in to start.
But he always went back to Heineke.
A deliberate decision to not draft the guy till they got Heineke, when normally coaches draft a quarterback early. That's the only thing he chose not to.
And you burned out 2
I'll be honest
second-round picks.
Our defense after 2020 was so good. He was like, get a now quarterback. We're not going to develop somebody. We're going to win now. And he did that 2 years in a row.
Yeah.
Man, he got now quarterbacks that nobody wanted, though. Nobody wanted Wentz. Nobody wanted Kirkpatrick.
Not for lack of trying. We've talked about this a bunch of times.
They were like, you could have this guy right now.
Right, man. Nobody wanted it. Indiana was worse than us and got rid of their quarterback to send them to us.
Yeah. You know what? Had Carson played like he did in Indiana, I think we would have made the playoffs. He was decent in Indiana, like 3,600 yards, 25 touchdowns, 10 interceptions.
But why
Very
did
efficient?
He went 27 and 7 last year.
Why didn't he play like that? Was it all Turner's fault?
Yeah,
we found out.
I think
basically
having Jonathan Taylor probably helps.
Well, no, but honestly,
I trade all these number 2s for Jonathan Taylor. It don't make sense. Trade these number 2s. Offer him 3 number 2s, man.
What were all the reports? What were all the reports we were given when Wentz was in there? That we found out a couple weeks into the season that Scott Turner's offense is like anti-quarterback friendly. You can't make audibles. You don't call nothing. It's all very rigid, right? Wentz is up there, and he has to run the play that's called, no matter what.
Garoppolo gets it.
We'll see.
And Garoppolo doesn't have to play for Scott Turner.
Yeah, Scott Turner's the offensive coordinator of the Raiders.
I thought he's like quarterbacks coach or something.
OC.
He's OC.
Yeah.
Poor Rod.
Scott Turner is pass game coordinator for the Raiders. Do you? So he's not offensive coordinator. Do you remember though?
Constant
In December,
Daniels.
I posted this and I have a screenshot somewhere. Scott Turner erroneously posted a picture of him in Vegas in Raiders attire. You remember that?
That was in 2021 too.
But no, but then it got reposted around Thanksgiving time frame.
Last year?
Yeah, I'll pull up the tweet. I screenshotted it, and everyone's
wish.
like, "Why is he posting himself?" I know he used to be a coach on the Raiders a while ago, but why did he? It was just funny that, and then look at where he is now. But all right, next topic. JP Finley came out after interviewing Jason Wright on 106.7, and Jason Wright deliberately said the team will not consider going back to the old team name. I quote, "It's not being considered, period," end quote.
Thank you. That's why I said this on the podcast. I wish you would just come out and say, we're not doing it. Shut the fuck up. Thank you. I mean, I'm glad. Thank you. Quit asking. And now everybody's going to be like, well, arguing. And this is why I think it should stay Commanders now, man, because no matter what they change it to, half the fan base is not going to like it. It doesn't matter. Half the fan base don't like Commanders. You know what I'm saying? So what's going to be the difference if the changes to like the octopuses, man? There's like half of us won't like that either. You know, it's not going to matter. Just keep the fucking name how it is and let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. You know the song?
Yeah.
Frozen. I've never seen Frozen, by the way.
Oh, great movie, by the way. Great movie.
I'm going to get my box for a minute on this one. Pause. First of all, this announcement has led to some stereotypically angry Nagas.
Nagas.
Waiting to get that punchline off.
I got a story.
Don DeMarco. Anyway, here's the other thing with that. The thing that's come up, this is the new narrative, is like all these people who are lifelong fans. Well, yeah, that's great. We're not going back to that racist name. Where was this energy about the name being racist when you were cheering on the team your entire life up until 2020? I don't like the hypocrisy. I don't like talking out of both sides of your mouth. All right. You can't be like, oh, I never liked the name because I want to be seen as I'm not racist. Don't do that. All right. Don't posture for social credit. Because people like me see that. We look at you funny.
Man, I tell everybody.
I already look at people funny naturally because I have a funny look. But I'm looking at people funny when they start pulling this thing of, oh, yeah, it's great. That name's so terribly racist. I'm a lifelong fan of the team. Really?
But
you're gonna get to
I like the name Redskins. It'd be cool to go back, but everybody knew it wasn't gonna go back. I don't know why people get mad over something they already knew. Like once they told us the sponsors were backing out because they think it doesn't matter what we think. They think the name racist is racist, or at least very provocative, and they don't want to be sponsors of the name. Once that happened, we all knew the NFL wasn't going to allow us to change it back, even if we wanted to. So why are y'all worried about it, man? Just go with what we have. Or if they pick something new, you're going to be mad about that too. So,
money talk.
So I want to show a real quick clip from Pat McAfee. And now I don't know if Joe Theismann has the insider track. I don't know. Do you guys think he has the insider track? Because what he's about,
Pat McAfee
let you know what I think after you play
frisbee golf.
Because what he's about to say is something that we are not really tracking, but I'm going to play it anyways.
Twitter is.
Well, the process is it would have to be submitted to the league, and nothing would happen probably within a year, possibly two, when it comes to a new name. I think they want to move towards a new name and sort of put everything about the Washington Commanders, the Washington football team, in the rearview mirror and move forward.
So where did this come from? We heard at first we've been arguing about they're not going. It's going back to Redskins, not going back to Redskins. okay, we just crossed that mountain of, okay, it's not going back to Redskins. And then Theismann comes on here from the top ropes and doesn't even talk about the Redskins. Just says, yeah, they're looking at a new name. This is the first we've heard from anywhere that's semi-reputable that they're even looking to change commanders.
Except for an offhand comment by Magic Johnson.
Yes, but yeah, you're right. So this was kind of shocking to me. So we just figured out today we're not going back to Redskins. Okay, done. Theismann goes on and says they're looking at potentially changing the name from Commanders. I'm good. A rebrand has always potentially been on the table, but we've always been told the priority is fan experience, getting back into the community, and winning football. Those are the three priorities of the ownership team. And then this comes out of nowhere. So I'm just kind of a little confused.
Well,
it is Joe Theismann.
Okay.
He said it's his opinion. He said, that's what I think. He didn't say.
That's why I said, do we think Joe has the insider track on some of these things, particularly for the name
I
change?
think Joe heard the same thing we did from Magic Johnson, and that's what he's running with. Listen, I love Joey T. I shoot Joey T a lot more bail than most people. Like, I actually, having listened to a bunch of like old games that he's broadcasted on, like, I don't think he's nearly as bad as some of this fan base like to make him out to be, right? This is truly the last real franchise quarterback we had, too.
True.
So I shoot Joey T a lot of bail, but I'm not above saying that sometimes he just talks out of his ass.
Yeah, it's fair.
And there's nothing to indicate that he has any inside knowledge other than he probably heard the same thing he probably heard the same thing we did with Magic Johnson, which, by the way, we have heard nothing since.
Right.
Until Jason Wright came out and said, first he said, we're not rebranding anytime soon. We're not considering a rebrand anytime soon. And then he said, we're definitely not going back to Redskins. So I think this is all an opinion based upon what Magic Johnson said.
Yeah.
And anyone who thinks otherwise, oh, well, he's alumni and you know that they're reaching out to the alumni. So
now,
Dan Snyder he was in with Dan Snyder way better than most.
Now, if multiple alumni start dropping the same thing he said, then it's probably worth raising an eyebrow. Like, are they slowly pitching this to the alumni to start floating this out there? I mean, we're not there yet, but I'm just saying it could be something to watch for. That's all. He's the first one to say.
No, because here's the thing. You got a name. Now, someone on Twitter.
But if I pay $6 billion for something, I'm gonna name it whatever the hell I want to name it.
It was just renamed.
If I choose to do so,
It's
annoying for you. But as the guy who paid $6 billion, I don't care what you think.
Right.
Here's
I'm
That's
gonna
right
call
there.
it the Washington,
Yeah.
whatever.
Heart knockers. Fast blacks. That's what I wanted to call them.
But there is something
Too spot on, I guess. You know what I'm saying?
Actually, I will say this. I'll bet you the name.
The Naggers.
Yeah.
The Washington Naggers.
This will be off-season topic talk. Are we going to change the name again?
Hold on. No, I'll tell you what. I truly believe that the team's success this year plays a big role.
I agree. Because if we win under the Commanders banner,
If Rivera wins the Super Bowl, they're gonna call it Rivera's.
you don't change it. I think if we're successful this year, you don't change it. Now, if we go out and lay an egg, sure.
If we're out 5-12, yeah, they're probably going to change it.
Yeah, I'm with you.
That's not
5 and 12, they're
happening.
gonna change a lot of things.
Yeah. Let's see what Theismann says here for the next 30 seconds.
I think Josh Harris and his group have done a terrific job of creating an environment that's really very positive. What you hear a lot now is people talking about the football team. Over the past couple of years, there's been more conversation about what's taken place off the field or away from the field than it has been on the field. So to me, I think what we see is something very, very positive going on. And you look at our running backs, you look at our wide receivers, you look at the defensive line. They're inside the top 8 or 9 in the league. The big question is, what's Sam going to be able to do? And he acquitted himself, I thought, pretty darn well through the preseason. And now it's just a question of, can you carry that through over a 17-game schedule? And I'll tell you, Pat, 17 games is a lot of football. You watch these guys transition from the collegiate level into the professional level. They hit about week 12, and it's like hitting a wall. But yet you still have a lot of the season left. So there is a big transition for him.
Yeah.
So everything Joe said, spot on. I don't disagree with anything he just said.
Nope.
That second half, legit. Skill players. The big question is, what's Sam Howell going to do? What is he going to be? He proved himself so far in the preseason. So very good, Joey. I appreciate the comments on the back end of that.
Joe Theismann, when it comes to being an analyst of football, is actually rather good. I hate the people on a fan base hate him, and I don't understand why.
He wasn't, I think, because of his national time, it just didn't go over very well as a announcer in some people's opinions.
For years.
I know. I don't know. I'm not going to play any more of that. There's 19 seconds. Let's just finish it off.
You hit that rookie wall, and then it's like a tunnel, and then you get to like week 16, week 17. It's like, oh, there's a light at the end of the tunnel there, but it is a tough part of the season for people emotionally, mentally, energy, everything in a very important time. The Commanders are looking to play important football, obviously, in that stretch.
All right, there we go.
You know what, though? That actually makes that late season bye even more important.
It does, as we get battered, bruised, and need to recover. So, yeah. Next topic here. Real quick, for infrastructure update. The Skins are getting with all this Redskin talk. Commanders getting a $40 million infrastructure upgrade to the stadium. We don't know what they're going to do with it. We don't know. They just announced that they're getting $40 million to fund significant upgrades, to fund the infrastructure and overall fan experience. 3 themed suites, which we'll probably never see. New ticket scanning pedestals, because those shits suck. I can attest to that going last week. Point of sale upgrades and Commanders branded imagery around the stadium, as well as maintenance repairs to the bowl and paint around the stadium. So it's good to see that they're investing, because Dan Snyder would have never dropped $40 million into FedEx Field. Guaranteed. So they're trying to encourage people to arrive 3 hours early, before kickoff. Go to SeatGeek Legends Plaza. You notice that it's called SeatGeek Legends Plaza now. Live music, tailgate, games, and Washington Legends can watch Command Center, the game day live show, because I think Julie and the team broadcast from there. You can also go down to watch Warms in the Bud Light End Zone, and that opens at 10 a.m. With a variety of beverages, including domestic beer, starting at $6.75, available until kickoff, and rotating local food trucks. So the discounted beer.
It's a shame it's Bud Light.
That is yes, it's Bud Light. It's beer. By that time, we're going to be so wasted, it's not going to matter. But $6.75 beer until kickoff, that is taken straight from the Nationals. When you go to the what's it called, the bullpen right outside Nats Park, the beers are 50% off, and in the park, the beers are 50% off until the first pitch. So I love that they see that. And the DJ for the pregame concert. DJ Cool.
DJ
at
Cool.
the home opener. Let me clear my throat. DJ Cool. Yeah. That's gonna be him. And they got a whole bunch of new food vendors. Hill Country Barbecue, Pardon My Cheesesteak, DC Half Smokes, Paisano's Pizza, which we've got a lot lately here at my house. Washington
pretty
Grill.
good?
It's pretty good. Yeah. I would love Pierre to come deliver it, because he's my favorite Paisano spokesman. But
what like kind of, is it deep dish pizzas or just like
it's New York style. New York style or thin crust, but they specialize in New York style.
Now, have y'all ever had DC style pizza?
No.
Okay. Yeah, New York style is off of like a 20-inch pizza or whatever.
Yeah.
All right. Literally, the DC style pizza. There's only a handful of joints that have this, but it's called DC style. It's a New York style, but it's off of a pizza that's damn near 3 feet in diameter. And they sell it by the slice. It's like a New York style slice, but like on steroids.
Very cool.
Massive. There's a couple joints downtown that do it.
Yep.
And yeah, so I would love to see. That would be something that they should look into selling. First of all, you just cut them things up and just sell them by the slice.
Yeah.
If you're gonna put a DC flavor, there's no other stadium selling DC pizza.
Well, they have DC Half Smokes. They have Washington Grill, Capital Kettle Corn, Fuku by David Chang. I don't know. It says Fuku. Fuck you. Fuku. Visitor's Dog, Loaded Mac, Jerry's Seafood, PMC Cheesesteak Nachos, Swizzler, and DMV Crab Rolls. Those are the new 12 food vendors coming through. Three themed suites before we close out here. There's an arcade themed suite, a Legends themed suite, and a military themed suite. It's designed to bring large groups of people into those suites. So the arcade suite has an air hockey table, Pac-Man, NFL Blitz, Madden on Xbox. The Legend suite is decked out with players' lockers, benches, AstroTurf carpets, artwork. And the military suite celebrates past and present servicemen with custom artwork that honors all 6 branches. So either way, pretty cool stuff.
Sounds like a whole lot of stuff they're doing to not be named the Commanders.
Hey,
I'm just saying, man.
You know what?
It was never not going to be the Commanders. I'm just letting y'all know that. It was never not going to be named the Commanders. I wouldn't be surprised if they talked to him about to the new owners before they named the name. Like, for some reason, I wonder if that's part of the.
Yeah. Well, we didn't know when we rebranded. Dan was still going to be here when they became the Commanders.
You don't think so? You don't think he knew?
I mean, they didn't know Josh Harris was going to be the owner because it was like there was a bunch of bidders. There was that Canadian bidder, Steve Antilopoulos.
Right, but I think did you not think that he knew that it was going to be a new ownership though? Because like you would think if he knew that they might change the name, maybe he would just kept the Washington team until he sold it. Why wouldn't he just do that?
Yeah. Well,
I don't know. There's a whole lot of theories you could go on that.
Yeah.
By the way, I just sent Steve a picture of a slice from Jumbo.
Real quick before we close out, this is a picture of
that's a Jumbo Slice in DC. That's one slice of pizza, y'all.
That's dope. I like it.
I'm on Ozempic. I can't eat this shit.
I like it a lot. All right. Well, we are going to close this one down. It's been a fantastic episode for us here at Command This. If you made it this far, thank you. We really appreciate you. Please go like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. As always, this podcast is available on all of your audio podcast platforms, Apple, Google, Spotify, iHeart, and any other of those random podcast platforms that you might be listening to us from. Not sure what they all are, but we're out there either way. So, yeah, we did a recap of the 53-man rosters, seeing how we did. Just to rehash, I had 46, Phil had 47, and Dev had 48. So Dev was the winner of the 53-man roster predictions. And then we redid the records. I had us at 10-7. Phil had us at 10-7, and Dev has us at 12-5. So don't let Dev live that down. 12-5.
No, I hope he's right.
7 wins.
7 wins. You know what? I hope you're right. Either way. But yeah, fellas, any shout outs before we close this guy down here?
Hey, Starfield is out. Gonna play that before I have to go in there and be pussy whipped by my girlfriend and watch some movie like Real Housewives of Orange County.
Yeah.
I like Ratchet TV, by the way. I do watch a little Love and
Ratchet
Hip Hop
TV.
here and there. You know what I'm saying? I watch a little Stevie J, a little Erica Mendez. You know what I'm saying? I watch a little of that. You know.
Yeah, that's fair. All right, Phil, what you got?
Shout out to me.
Oh yeah, your stripper.
Not for that.
Mr. Master's degree done.
Mr. Master's degree himself. All right.
You're still not my master. I'm letting you know that now. As a black man, I ain't never calling you master or nothing. I'm letting you know this.
Just in case anybody out there thinks I'm an idiot, which occasionally I can be, but I've got the educational background to prove that I'm not. Plus a document from the University of Maryland that actually has my IQ on it from a 4-hour test. But so next time, if you're like, I'm not sure if I trust this guy, lean toward the trust.
There you go.
I know people with DUIs and Baltimore.
I'm just so glad I'm gonna have so much more time on my hands now that I'm done with this
Yeah.
damn thing.
There you go. It's a nice
Back to
feeling
the
when it's
gym
over.
6 days a week, baby.
Now you're only in debt to your 75.
Let's go.
Already paid off.
Thank you for tuning in. We appreciate you. Phil and I will be at week 1. We'll do our preview of the Arizona game next week. Man, we're already at week 1. It's amazing. It feels like just yesterday we were talking about OTAs.
Yeah.
Now we're already at week 1. That's crazy.
I think just yesterday we're talking about this team being sold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, time flies. Time
It
flies.
does.
All right. Thank you very much for tuning in. We love you guys. Peace. And hail.
Watch
out.
it.